What's up guys, Barrett, and today we're going to learn this. Let's talk about it. So the first thing to learn is obviously Sweet Home Alabama. And the first thing to note is the chords of the song. So we have a D chord. You can start strumming down from A, the A string, that way you get more body out of the chord. And then you could think of this next chord as a C add 9. So 3, 2, 0, 3, 3, right? Or you can take the first finger off and think of it as what we call a C sus 2. They're all just different versions of this kind of C add 9 chord. Now if we move these two fingers up a string, we of course get a G chord. 3, 2, 0, 0, 3, 3. Yeah, so those are the chords. And the first thing you can kind of practice is just playing the bass note of each chord, and then strum it, and then go to your next chord, like a C add 9, play the bass note. And then play your next chord, bass note, G. Because that's the real concept here, is they're playing the bass note of the chord first, and then they're doing a little riffy thing, okay? So I'll show you what the riffy thing is. It's D open twice, and I'm finger picking this kind of, but you can use your pick, whatever. And then you do B string, G string, D string. That's kind of the main strings in this riff. So you have D, D, B, G when you're in the D chord. So in other words, every part of the D chord except for the highest note. Okay, that's the first part. So this over here doesn't do anything. You just kind of hold kind of a D chord. Then you move your second finger to the C and pull your first finger off. And you go to the A string, C bass note. And you don't want to you actually don't want to mute that like you normally would if you didn't have that finger on. So that's what you want. You want, once again, B string, G, B string, G string, D string. And then your G. And you just kind of strum it. So you can either do the one with the first finger, or you can just do without the first finger and mute it. So once again, D, open, B, D, G. Man, it's hard to do. B string, D, B, G, D string, okay? So 3rd fret, 2nd fret, open, in other words. Then C, G, and strum. Now this part, the lick, right? If I'm looking at this tab says, and I'm sure that's right. So let's try that. That is A string, and you're doing a hammer on from open to 2. And then open on the D string, and then pull off from 2 open. So that's enough to practice by itself. So hammer on, open D, 2 pull off, then 2 pull off from your A, and then 2 pull off from your D. So it's like hammer on, open, pull off, pull off, pull off. Now, here's the thing, and you might disagree with me on this if you're a purist, but what you can't disagree with is that music works a certain way. And what I mean by that is the concept of this lick is really just the minor pentatonic from an open kind of position, like open 3, open 2, open 2, open 3, open 2, open 2, open 2, open 3, open 3. That's something you can't debate. That scale and the fact that this lick is based out of that scale. So you're saying, well, Barrett, what's your point? My point is you can use that scale, which is basically just 2 and open, which is what he did. And you can play whatever you want, pull off and hammer on wise. Like forever I was playing, that's what I was playing, and that's what I thought it was until the other day I looked in a book and saw this. And I'm like, okay, so this is what I played, which I like mine better. It kind of flows a little bit better. The point is, this is how feels work, because this is basically a feel. In music, feels are a space and time that you're filling with something, notes, and you want it to be the same amount of space, but it's based upon a concept, like a scale. And you can just do, and the other concept here besides the scale is the concept of pull-offs and hammer-ons. As long as you fill up the same amount of space as he did, and you use pull-offs and hammer-ons, guess what? You can play whatever you want. That works. That works. That works. That works. Because that's how a fill works, okay? So I'll show you the way I do it. I like to do open, D string, open, so hammer on, pull off. And then I like to do pull off to 2, and then pull off on G, and then pull off on D. So that's what I played for a long time. I like that. So open, hammer on, pull off, pull off, pull off. Sorry, I did it wrong. Once again though, there is no real wrong, you see? So sometimes in music, like this part you don't want to just kind of jam on. In other words, some things in music you have to be kind of a purist about, because it's not just a concept at that point, it's a melody. This is a melody. This is not a melody. You can think of it as a melody, but in reality it's just a feel. You could go, you know, you could do anything. And it's very powerful to know when something is more melodic and it needs to be the same, and when something can be what we call improvised. It takes experience, but basically if you can sing it and it's relatable to the song, you don't want to change that part, right? So, but you can change some parts. All right, that's the first lick, the first fill, and then the second time you do it, it works the same way as the first time, but you do this lick. This lick is pretty cool. So it's G string, and you do a pull off, and then you play the D, but it's triplet. So 2 open, and then open on the D. Then 3 open on the D, and then 5. So 2, 3, 5. Now that doesn't seem very hard, but it's the rhythm you're looking for. Triplet, trip. So you put all that together and you get and then you start doing the little bass note chord thing. Bass note, bass note, bass note, bass note, bass note. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.